Michio Kaku, a big name in physics, has been talking about some crazy stuff. The James Webb Space Telescope found apparently it spotted 6 giant galaxies that shouldn't even exist based on what we thought we knew. This could totally shake up our understanding of the universe, which is why it's a big deal. Kaku, who's known for being open-minded, is all over this discovery. He's even a little amused that it's causing some scientists to sweat. Basically, these galaxies are way too big and bright for how early they formed after the Big Bang. The Big Bang theory says things were a mess back then, and it took ages for galaxies to form. But these universe breakers, as the astronomers call them, are massive, and we're cranking out stars like crazy way back when it's got people wondering if the universe is older than we thought, or if galaxies can form a lot faster. Some scientists are pushing back, questioning the age estimates. Kaku thinks some scientists are clinging to old ideas because they're famous and don't want to be wrong, but he says science is all about experiments proving theories right or wrong. The Big Bang theory came from seeing the universe expand. It seemed like everything started from one point, but even back then folks had trouble wrapping their heads around a universe with a beginning and end. Now these new galaxies are messing with that picture, but science is all about changing your mind when you get new evidence. Remember when people thought the Earth was flat? The James Webb Telescope was supposed to confirm the Big Bang, but instead it found these weird galaxies. It's a reminder that science is always changing. Scientists use something called redshift to measure how far away things are in space, but even small mistakes in those measurements can cause big problems, so people are checking the math to see if that's the issue or if some scientists just don't want to believe what they're seeing. The thing is, space research keeps making us rethink stuff. These galaxies show that the universe might be way more complicated than we thought. It's not just a weird thing, it could change how we understand the whole universe. Kaku's cool with new ideas, even if they're weird. It shows the scientific world is getting better at being open-minded. Science relies on facts, but sometimes those facts lead us to unexpected places. It's a constant search for what's true, so these new galaxies could lead to new research, like figuring out how galaxies form so fast it might even change how we think the universe itself changes. We might be entering a time in space study that will question everything we thought was true about the universe. Kaku's point of view on this is important because he's willing to believe new proof and ideas, no matter how wild they seem. His way to recognize the value of the James Webb Space Telescope shows a change in how scientists think, being more open and flexible to new information. The scientific group has used hard data and testing to make conclusions, but sometimes the data may lead us to new findings that may make us rethink our most basic views. Finally, the work of scientists like Kaku is a reminder that looking for information is ongoing. We are constantly looking out for data that might change our idea of the universe, whether it is through telescopes, advanced instruments, or new opinions. The search to find the secrets of the universe is far from over. These findings will probably be just the beginning of a new chapter in the field of space study. As we move forward in this of knowledge, we must remember that science is a process that is driven by curiosity, doubt, and the search of what's real. The recent findings done by the James Webb Space Telescope are not just the work of some stargazers, but also a large cooperative effort to find the secrets of the universe. Every new piece of data adds to the puzzle, and each find provides a new way for us to view the universe. This exciting time in field of space study encourages us to remain involved with the wonders of the universe. The questions raised by Kaku and his friends reminds of there is so much to learn and find, and as new thoughts come across, maybe we'll see some changes in our view of space-time. In fact, it is only beginning, and who knows where these new ideas might take us later on. As always, we urge you to keep asking questions, keep searching for answers, and keep viewing. Our of the universe is only unfolding, and with every new find we move a step closer to finding the incredible complexity of the universe. The effects of these findings are deep, not only for our of the universe but also for the general philosophical questions that have been with scientists for many years. Humankind has asked about the start of the universe and its true nature. The Big Bang Theory has been important in the reason of how the universe came to be, but the recent finds challenged that idea. The galaxies found by the James Webb Space Telescope shows that our universe could be more complex and older than thought before. The changes force us to look at everything like the structure of galaxies to the structure of the universe. As Kaku, with others in the scientific group, has stated that it's important to come with an open mindset. Science is a process to question, test, and perfect ideas. What we saw as reality may not hold true as find new proof. The doubt faced against the recent finds is a part of the process of scientific find, and even if it's difficult, it's a most important part of finding knowledge. Although the excitement is obvious among those who are keen to find these strange things and their effects on our of the early stages of the universe, the find of galaxies that formed in the early universe introduces big problems to already existing models of cosmic change. Basically, this dude is always up for new ideas. He admits that Einstein's and Newton's stuff doesn't cover everything about the cosmos. Kaku thinks these James Webb discoveries could really make things interesting, even if others aren't so happy about it. Apparently, the Big Bang Theory crew and some quantum mechanics fans are a little worried, but Kaku finds it funny. These 6 galaxies are from way back when the universe was just a baby. They have way more stars than our Milky Way, even though they formed super fast after the Big Bang. Astronomers are calling them universe breakers, since they could flip our whole understanding of space. The Big Bang Theory says things were messy at first. It should have taken ages for stuff to form, and even longer for them to start. Glowing galaxies shouldn't have popped up so early. Some of these new galaxies are bigger than the Milky Way and are making stars like crazy. No one's really sure when galaxies first showed up. We thought it was just single stars or small groups that slowly became bigger and made dwarf galaxies. Then those little guys bumped into each other and got even bigger. So big organized galaxies shouldn't have been around so early. Does this mean the universe is older than we thought, or did these things just form way faster? Some scientists aren't digging this. They're even questioning if the age calculations are right. Kaku knows about this and said that some old wrong ideas stick around just because some famous scientist said them. It's only when experiments prove them wrong that things change. That's how science works, he says. Experiment guys keep the theory guys honest. The truth is, we don't know much about where the universe came from. The Big Bang Theory came about in 1927 when people noticed the universe was getting bigger. The thought was that it all started from one point and has been growing ever since. Back then it was hard to think of a universe that had a beginning and end. Scientists back then thought of the universe as never-ending, and scientists today still have problems understanding that concept. It's important to think about these things again. This new stuff messes with what researchers have believed for years, but science has shown us that rethinking things is how we move forward. Back in the day, folks thought stars and planets stayed put. Now we know everything's moving all the time. Planets go around stars, stars zoom around in galaxies, and galaxies are flying through Space scientists are being careful about this new info because they know theories are just guesses until proven right. The Big Bang Theory came from seeing galaxies move away from each other. The farther they are, the faster they go. This is called Hubble's law. Stuff like cosmic background radiation and the color of light from faraway galaxies backs it up. But people used to know the Earth was flat and the sun went around us. They had proof too until new stuff came along. Scientists thought the James Webb Telescope would prove the Big Bang Theory. These 6 new galaxies did the opposite. Science changes and scientists have to be cool with changing their minds when new stuff shows up. Researchers use redshift to measure things in space. Redshift is like the sound of a car changing as it drives by. If a light source like a star moves, the light changes color. Closer is blue, farther is red. Scientists use redshift to figure out how fast and far things are, but even small mistakes in these measurements can mess things up. These measurement tricks are being looked at. Again, it'll be wild to see what people find are these new galaxy finds because of redshift errors, or are some scientists just refusing to believe what they're seeing? That's the big question. Thanks as always for thinking about this stuff with me. Space research is showing scientists they need to be ready to change their minds. New stuff can question old beliefs. These 6 big galaxies found by the James Webb Telescope are just that kind of thing. As we keep looking at space, we should remember that the universe might be way weirder than we thought. These galaxies are around way earlier than we thought possible, so we might need to rework some ideas. This isn't just a weird thing, it's a turning point in science. Kaku and others say we don't know everything, and every find just adds to the story. Some scientists aren't happy about this new stuff that happens when things change. But like Kaku says, history is full of times when old theories got replaced by new ones. Being open to change is how we learn. These finds are big because they challenge what we know and might lead to fresh research. Figuring out how these galaxies formed so early could change how we think galaxies form. It might even make us rethink how space has changed over time, especially how fast stars form and galaxies grow. We might be on the verge of a totally new time in how we see the universe, one that messes with what we thought we knew. Kaku's thoughts are important because he's willing to accept new info no matter how crazy it is. Him recognizing the James Webb Telescope's finds shows a shift towards being more open in science. Scientists have always used data and testing to figure things out. Sometimes that data leads us to unexpected places and makes us rethink everything in the end. Scientists like Kaku remind us that learning never stops. We're always looking for new info that might change how we see the universe, whether it's through telescopes or new ideas. The trip to uncover space's secrets isn't over. These new finds are just the start of an amazing new chapter in space study. As we keep going, we need to remember that science is a process. It's driven by curiosity, questioning, and always searching for the truth. These finds from the James Webb Telescope aren't just from a couple of astronomers. They're from everyone trying to unlock space's secrets. Each new bit of info adds to the puzzle, and each find gives us a new way to see the cosmos. This is an exciting time in space exploration. I encourage all to stay engaged with the wonders of the universe. It reminds us that there's so much more to learn. Maybe these recent finds mean more changes are coming in how we see space-time and reality itself. This ride has just gotten started, and who knows where it will take